Red-haired woman called the sweeter the tune. I could see by his eye he was game as I stripped by. When will I get an old man of my own? But I'll keep up hope till I'm grey in the head, and maybe someday I'll get a man for me bed. So come all ye young girls who are cosy at night, keep your hand on your man when you snuggle up tight. Keep him happy and satisfied, warm and well fed, for I'd swap these old bloomers for a man in me bed.
fair of Dingle.
Silence.
One fine morning last July, and walking down the road before me, a red-haired girl I chanced to spy. Come ride with me, my red-haired maiden, the donkey will carry to. She looked at me, her eyes a twinkle, and her cheeks a lovely rosy hue. Ah, thank you kindly, sir, she answered. Then she tossed her bright red hair. Seeing as you have got the donkey, I will ride with you to the Dingle Fair. Ah, when we reached the town of Dingle, I took her hand to say goodbye, when a tinker he stepped up behind me, and he hit me right in my left eye, saying, "Keep your hands off red-haired Mary, her and I are to be wed. We're seeing the priest this very morning, and tonight we'll lie on the marriage bed." Now I was feeling kind of peevish, my poor old eye felt sad and sore. I tapped him gently with my hobnails, and he fell down through Murphy's door. Now he galloped off to find his father, the tallest man you e'er did meet. He tapped me gently with his knuckles, and now I'm -2 from teeth. And keep your hands off red-haired Mary, her and I are to be wed. We're seeing the priest this very morning, and tonight we'll lie on the marriage bed. Through the fair we roamed together, my black eye and her red hair, smiling gaily at the tinkers. Oh, me dad, we made a handsome pair, singing, "Keep your hands off red-haired Mary, her and I are to be wed. We're seeing the priest this very morning, and tonight we'll lie on the marriage bed."
Mary. Mary.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Give it the best I do we can. No. When all beside the vigil keep, the west's away, alas and well, may and weep, when Connacht lies in slumber deep, where lake and plain smile fair and free, mid rocks their gorgeous chivalry, sing, "Oh, let man learn liberty from crashing wind and lashing sea, that chainless wave and lovely land, freedom and nationhood demand. Be sure the great God never planned for slumbering slaves a home so grand, and long and true a haughty race, honored and sentinel the place, sing, "Oh, not in their son's disgrace can quite destroy their glory's trace. For often in O'Connor's van to triumph dash on a tag, and fleet as dear the Norman and later times saw deeds of brave, Why glory God's Clonrickers grave. Oh, they died their land they save on Aughrim's slopes and Shannon's way. And if when all will vigil keep, the west is asleep, the west is asleep, the last and well there we, when Connacht's slumber deep. But hark a voice like thunder spake, the west away, the west away. Sing o'er and let England wake. We'll watch till dead for Erin's day.
Our Lady, my husband was dead.
Boys who made the history of the Irish white and green were the boys who died in Dublin town in 1916. Some of them came from Kerry, some from the County Clare.
Good man.
Dublin, Wicklow, Donegal, and the boys from Old Kildare. Some from a land beyond the sea.
The summer's come at last. The small birds are singing in the trees, and their little hearts are loud on mine's very sound. For my true love is far away from me, and its ring I will repair. Velvet so green I will hear. Our experience lets me know that your heart is full of woe. I won't have no heart that can do. And it's right I will repair till I crown you there. For is there I'll find ties on my knees. Oh, here
The door. I ho, I won't have him. I opened the door and he fell on the floor with his old red beard and his lounging wagon. Me mother, she told me to give him a glass. I ho, I won't have him. I give him a glass and he drank like an ass with his old red beard and his lounging wagon. Me mother, she told me to put him to bed. I ho, I won't have him. I put him to bed and I covered his head with his old red beard and his lounging wagon. Me mother, she told me to lay at the foot. I ho, I won't have him. Lay at the foot and I got to great look at his long red beard and his lounging wagon. Me mother, she told me to lay at the stock. I ho, I won't have him. Lay at the stock and I got a great shock with his old red beard and his lounging wagon. Mother, she told me to lay at the wall. I ho, I won't have him. I lay at the wall and I paid for it all with his old red beard and his lounging wagon.
he comes in covered in just in time. He gives up to the bar.
Sorry, this is the first.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
All right. Once more.